Welcome to her era. I wanted to share that with you because you might feel like you're stuck and you're in the same place. You've been doing the same thing, creating the same content. You're at the same places with the same group of people, not growing. Here's where the rabbit hole comes. What happened to that? And I'm writing this out like, what is missing? What is it that I am not doing that it just feels boring? It feels like I don't want to do this anymore. Just want to like delete everything and start over. And it was exactly that. I realized I was burnt out from creating content. I didn't want to talk about business, digital products anymore. I didn't want to talk about marketing. It was just one of those things that it wasn't really bringing me joy. And I'm going to talk to you about it because you might feel like this hamster wheel of constant content creation, but my spark is back and I'm going to tell you how it's going. Now, if you're new here, this past few weeks, I talked a lot about rebranding you, making sure you completely reset your habits, and you don't have to wait till the new year to do that. But you know, the new year's energy comes in and you're like, okay, how can I find my goals that I'm setting? How can I find my groove? Maybe you had really bad habits the last few days of the year, and even coming into the new year, that's okay. That's why I wanted to create a few videos on goal setting, on how to manage your time, and I'll tag them below. But something happened when I did that. I'm actually going to share it with you. I was going through my rebrand reset, and let me bring up the actual page. My values, right? And I came up with a few, but one of the ones that really hit me and it made me completely change every single thing about how I'm going to move forward with my business was influence, growth, and boldness. I know, growth, everybody wants growth. But when I was looking at influence, so the question that I'm asking myself is, why is this word important to me and how is it going to affect my everyday business and life? And what I said was, influence to me means guiding and influencing people to build businesses, to get healthy, to start running, to eat better, to grow alongside our community. So basically influencing people to be better, whether that's financially, in their wellness, as a better wife, as a better mom. So I'm writing this out, and then under that I write growth, obviously personal growth, business growth, marital, parental. When I picked boldness, I kept not being bold about it. I'm like, okay, I want to be bold about all of these different changes. And I just asked ChatGPT, these are my values. Why should I pick bold? And she said, having the courage to step outside of your comfort zone despite judgment. And I'm like, okay, I like this. What am I holding back? And that's kind of where I went into a rabbit hole. So I wanted to share that with you because you might feel like you're stuck and you're in the same place. You've been doing the same thing, creating the same content. You're at the same places with the same group of people, not growing. Here's where the rabbit hole comes. I'm like, wow, I need to change something. I'm so bored of my content. I'm talking about the same thing every day. I sound like everybody else. I'm going through my Revive Your Social page. And then this question comes up, which is hilarious because I literally wrote this. But this is what it says. It says, am I creating content that resonates with my audience? Okay, yes or no, right? How often am I interacting and responding, all of that stuff? How am I fostering a sense of community alongside my followers? So I was looking at my content and I'm like, all I do is educate. That's it. Like, how am I bringing people together? The whole reason why I was really good in my business and I was able to make the sales and adapt this leadership role is because I have the gift of bringing people together. What happened to that? And I'm writing this out like, what is missing? What is it that I am not doing that it just feels boring? It feels like I don't want to do this anymore. Just want to like delete everything and start over. And it was exactly that. It was just like a monotone. I have to talk about Instagram. I have to talk about TikTok. I have to talk about marketing. I have to talk about making money. And it was boring. So the good thing about me and the bad thing about me is that I'm like 0 to 100, right? Well, the first thing I decided to do is completely go all in on my fitness content. Now, before you're like, well, you're not even a personal trainer. Who are you? Who do you think you are? I started running 6 months ago and it has completely changed the way that I just view things, the way that I show up, the way that I show up on camera, the way that I show up for my daughter, and even for the people around me. It's just like a different perspective. I appreciate people so much. Like, I want to go out of my way to see them. I want to meet them up for a walk. It's just different. I want to make a video on how running has completely changed my business, it will come. But I decided to just stop talking about marketing altogether, although this is a digital marketing channel, still navigating that. But over on Instagram, I said, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to talk about how to make money online. I'm just going to post about whatever I want to. That might be funny, that might be sharing, that might be motivational, whatever it is. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to double down on my fitness content. And that's exactly what I did. Start posting my runs. This is in a span of about 30 days now, okay? Start posting my runs and incorporated hair care. Now, what does that have to do with the rebrand? Well, I even rebranded my book. Look how different. It's like, I just want a different look, a different feel. And it's just one of those things, like, look how beautiful. It's so pretty. Going through this just gives me a sense of like peace. My husband was telling me about that. He was like, I feel like runners are just like outdoorsy and happy and always full of serotonin, like happy hormone. And it's different. It's a different vibe. This is like literally rebranding, and this is more like girl boss, go get money. And that's just how it feels. It feels like I'm saying goodbye to an old version, a version that was very hustle, a version that was all about let's make money no matter what. And I think that this season in my life, I would say luxury, but I do have the luxury to slow down in order for me to build that sense of community. And that may or may not mean that I'm gonna monetize right away, but that's okay. I'm gonna focus the next 6 months, and this is what I was telling my friend. Worst case scenario, I make $0 the next 6 months. And that's like extremely worse. Obviously, I have streams of income that will continue to come in, but let's just say worst case scenario, I can make $0 for the next 6 months and just focus on community building. And it's already started working, in my opinion. Instead of just focusing on like, okay, when's the next sale gonna come? I can focus on how can I get people together? And a lot of the ways can be content creation. Everybody wants to take content together. Inviting people to run clubs, inviting people to just go out for coffee. There's so much community missing, especially where I live here in the Bay Area. And bringing people together has just brought me that joy back, and even more content creation ideas. That's kind of what this series is going to be about, how I've been navigating this rebrand. And I'll show you what I've been doing. Maybe you might not see it on this channel, but I'll show you what I've been doing in my other channels and how it's been fun again. And I know not everyone has the luxury to just stop selling their courses and all of that, but it might be what you need to do in order for you to truly find what you want when it comes to your content creation. Now, let me be very clear. That doesn't mean that I'm shutting down my businesses. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is just reinventing how I want to show up, who is my target audience. And because it's such a new journey, it's exciting. I think that that's what we miss. We're just like monotone, doing the same thing, talking about the same thing. And what's honestly missing is that excitement again. I forgot how much I loved it, and I forgot how easy it is to bring people together through health, wellness, fitness, self-care, and incorporating that into my content. I think it's going to be so much easier because that's the lifestyle that I want to attract. Now, this is going to be a series. This is her era, and I love that. My friend was actually telling me, hey, listen, you're going through a whole change rebrand that it feels like this is her era. And the coolest thing ever is that my last name is HERr.ERA, so it just went perfectly. So shout out to Summer for giving me that idea. And you might need to completely rebrand who you are. Just set better intentions, have better habits, but you're gonna have to do it with reflection. This, I'm not even lying. Like, you don't even have to get this at all, but this is exactly what got me thinking. And I'm never gonna like stop telling you about it. Just, I practice what I preach, okay? Going through these like values and like what exactly does this word mean to me? How does it look? It's honestly everything, and it's just given me so much clarity. So let me tell you a little bit about what I am going to be doing now, but also don't forget to subscribe because I have about 5 videos or so that's going to talk about how to reset your mindset, how to reset your daily habits, vision boards. If that is your thing, I highly suggest that you stick around for that, as well as your actual values, which that's going to be a whole video on its own, how to share your story powerfully. All of that we're going to talk about in the coming rebranding series of This Is Her Era, so you can step into it. But this is what I've came up for myself. So with wellness, with running, with half marathon training, all of that comes beauty, and I sell an actual physical product. Think about it like drop shipping. So with that, I decided to go into trichology, which is the study of hair and scalp and any of the scalp disorders. Think hair loss, think scalp disorders, all of that goes with my product. So that is a whole journey on itself, and just really navigating that, taking the test and all of that just brings that excitement, and it's gonna be able to help my customers, clients, anybody that comes on social media feel confident that I can help them. And that honestly goes hand in hand with wellness. If you're doing amazing internally, you're going to be able to perform better in your running, but also feel better outside. So that's pretty much it from me. I think that I'm excited for this next journey. I think you should get the reinvented book. It was Rebrand, Reset, Revive. Listen, the videos do still have the pink branding. It's the same exact content. This is just a little bit more like earthy blue cutesy doodle. I mean, look how cute this is. What? So cute. But it's the same information. It's just as powerful. And I do hope that you walk into your era. You walk into feeling joy again. Social media is so weird, and I know like TikTok leaving and perhaps not leaving does cause stress, because a lot of us were on TikTok monetizing and all. Someone was actually telling me, I was telling them about my rebrand, how I want to show up, and their question to me was, why do you feel like you need to rebrand? My answer was, well, I don't want to sound like everybody else. And their rebuttal was, why are you focused on sounding like everybody else? And I had to think about that question, because it just like, I don't know, I just don't want to sound like everybody else. But here's the thing. In this space that we're in, we're consuming so much content, and it's just hard to not sound like everybody else, because whether you like it or not, you're like, oh, consume, 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 repeat what you heard, even though that's not even really how you speak, how you talk, what your content's about and all. So I do stand by that. I don't want to sound like everybody else, but I don't want to just focus on not showing up as me. I want to focus on having fun in my content again. I want to focus on posting what I want to post, but also helping my audience without the pressure of monetizing with a course, without the pressure of you have to buy this. I'm going to post what I want, and if any products, any ebook, any affiliate links match with my content, that's amazing. If not, that's okay. I'm still gonna post it. So I'll link everything below. I will link my self-care, health, hair channel below if that's something that you want to look into. Right now I'm posting a lot of running journey as a new runner, running gear, and also my journey as a new trichology student. If you stay to the end, don't you worry, I'm still gonna bring you business content. It's not something that I can just get rid of, because I truly do love helping women make money, even if they have a small following, and get confident on camera so they can show up on camera and make money. But honestly, it's just so much more than that, and I'm excited to be here with you. I will be bringing in a little bit more like habit wellness content on here, but it truly is going to double down on becoming a better you so you can become a better business owner. That's it for me. I can't wait to see you in the next video of this series, This Is Her Era. Don't forget to get your Rebrand You ebook, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.